In the markets of France, you quickly discover how powerful anti-EU sentiment is becoming. In this, a founding member of the EU and its largest country, it is the Front National leading the polls. And what does it want?
We need to get out of the European Union bit by bit. First leave the euro, then tighten our borders, step by step, until Europe becomes an empty shell.
They're not the only ones on the march in the European Parliament.
Look at the Conservative MEPs here. For 5 years nearly.
Meet Britain's UKIP, campaigning to get the UK out of the EU. Is this year, do you think, the moment for parties like yours, anti-European parties?
Yes, I believe it is. But it isn't just in the UK now. We are seeing a rising tide of Euroscepticism across the European Union. Because they're finding out a little bit more about it. Remember, these treaties have been signed with not a lot of publicity as to what is really happening, that we are building one country.
One country for him means a federal Europe. The same rules for all. Countries' budgets closely watched over by Brussels. Countries' border controls gone. Immigration booths gathering dust. This is a great illustration of what the EU has achieved. A continent without borders. You can drive between two countries without even noticing it. And yet for many people, an increasing number, this is also a very good illustration that the EU has gone too far. But in different countries there are different levels of concern. So parties wanting to limit the EU's powers are a varied bunch. The most Eurosceptic are the Front National and UKIP, and others like the Dutch PVV. There's the extreme Golden Dawn in Greece, but also those who want to keep the EU but limit its powers, like Italy's Five Star Movement and Poland's Law and Justice Party.
The big question is to what extent then, if they do enter the parliament, they will be able to stay together, stay united, vote jointly on the important issues. It's not clear what their agenda is beyond control of immigration and maybe abandoning the euro.
Germany also has its new Eurosceptics. As the flags on the AfD's cupcakes show, they don't want to abandon the EU altogether. But across Europe, a desire to reform the EU is growing, and its leaders will have to recognise that.